Guys, and welcome to That Wrestling Show's WWE 2016 Fastlane prediction show. I had to put the WWE Fastlane in there because that's what they do. Makes no sense.
Copyright.
No. But anyway, I am one of your hosts, The Stinger, and I'm always alongside
Moose.
And we are here to give you our predictions, not spoilers, for the show.
Mm-hmm. Because Vince is nuts, and predictions don't even matter.
No.
The card's made up, and your predictions don't matter.
Exactly. It's like Ohio weather, where it's made up, and your decisions don't matter.
Pretty much.
But anyway, first off, which this actually pissed you off when I told you about this.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 2 out of 3 false match for the United States title on the kickoff show. Kalisto versus Del Rio.
I just have one question. What are you doing, WWE? I mean, it's a title match. There's quite literally a chance that a title will change hands, and you're putting it on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
What? Pre-show is for a match that doesn't need to make sense. It doesn't need to matter. It's just something to help get people pumped. And you have Del Rio and Kalisto battling it out over the U.S. title.
In a 2 out of 3 falls match. More than that. Which that could take a good 20 to 30 minutes for the match in general. Mm-hmm. And you've got that coming on a half an hour before the show even starts. So you're banking on this show being really good. And that's why that kickoff match is what it is.
Not to mention if the match goes a little farther than what it's supposed to. One, there's that, which could cut into the actual program. Or two, you start it a little late, which means now Del Rio and Kalisto are booking it, trying to get the match finished, in which case there will be botches everywhere. It'll be sloppy. It won't really be entertaining. But enough about that. We don't normally do the kickoff shows, but we felt that since it was, in fact, for a title, that we cover it.
Right.
And I personally have Kalisto.
Yep. And I am with you. I've got Kalisto winning 2 falls to 1. I don't think that Kalisto's getting a sweep. Even though I would like to see that, I think it's going to be a very competitive matchup, even though I don't like Del Rio. So, would you like to tell us our next match?
Okay, next up we have Charlotte versus Brie Bella for the Divas title.
For this match, this is the one where I understand why she's getting the shot. And you're going to, like most people, will probably be shocked with my pick. A lot of people would think I automatically assume that Charlotte's winning. I think that's the route they're going. But I have a thought process where Daniel Bryan retired just a couple weeks ago. I posted a podcast on this channel about my favorite moments and favorite matches of his and everything. But his wife is Brie Bella. And she's retiring later on this summer. And I think this would be a great way for her to win the title. She don't have to hold it for long. She don't even have to hold it till WrestleMania. Let her hold this, and as WWE's way of thanking her for her years of being a diva in WWE. And that's why I picked Brie Bella.
I have Charlotte over Brie because Vince. That is my reasoning. Moving on.
Yep. Next up, we have Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Tamina and Naomi.
This, by the way, should have been the pre-show match. This needs to be where Del Rio and Kalisto are.
Yup.
There's nothing on the line here. I mean, you can build up a kind of rivalry, maybe. You can have Sasha turn on her partner, decide to go alone, but nothing that would really stand out enough to put it over a title match.
Mm-hmm.
But in light of that, I have Sasha. Not necessarily her team, just Sasha.
Mm-hmm. I also have Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Because if Tamina and Naomi win, then there's no reason to do Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte at WrestleMania for a Divas title. There's no reason for it. All right, next match.
Okay, next off we have Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler.
And this is actually for a title because Kevin Owens won it back Monday.
Yeah, one, I don't understand why they gave it back. Maybe they just decided, hey, here you guys go. Here's Dean Ambrose. He is now a champion. Now shut up. Let's give it back to Kevin Owens and continue on.
Pretty much.
I want to say Dolph with this, but I have Kevin Owens. Honestly, they're not pushing Dolph as much as would be telltale, basically, to put him over. So I think they kind of have Dolph as one of those, not necessarily a squash match. I'm sure we'll probably get a really good match out of it. If anything, at least a decent match out of it. But I don't see Dolph coming out on top with this one.
I've got Kevin Owens as well. I just am now expecting there to be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. Because there's no other reason why you put the belt back on Kevin Owens. All right, next up we have the Titans, which consists of Big Show, Ryback, and Kane, versus the Wyatt family, which consists of Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman.
See, I can understand, one, that they call themselves Titans because they're all really large wrestlers. But, two, I kind of understand why Kane and why maybe Ryback would have something, some deep-seated hatred against the Wyatts. I've never really seen anything with Big Show. If it was just kind of like Big Show was out there, let's get him out of the way, then move to our actual target. But there's no, like, in my opinion, there's no reason for Ryback, Kane, and Big Show, one, to team up, and two, to take on the Wyatts. There's no reason.
Right.
But that aside, I'm going to say the Wyatts on this one. Just because I don't see... I feel like one of the members of the Titans is going to get, like, knocked out. Pretty much the entire match. Dinosaurs.
Yeah, gotta love that.
But I feel like one of the people from the Titans is going to get knocked out. Maybe cost them the match. Um, but it's going to be in a way that maybe it doesn't cost them the match because he got knocked out, but the fact that the other members are now mad, and so infighting, the Wyatts take advantage. Boom, win.
I also have the Wyatts in this because I feel like there's still that glimmer of hope that the Wyatts are going to be something. But as of right now, they need this one more than Kane, Ryback, and Big Show do. So that's why I'm picking the Wyatts.
And just one thing on the side, we've seen the Wyatts kind of one at a time before, but we all know they're a family. They fight as a team. I'd actually kind of like to see them not necessarily break up the team, but fight one-on-one matches a lot more often instead of doing this 4-on-1 or 4-on-2 or
Yep.
team versus team.
Something we've asked for a very long time. We kind of got it when Luke Harper and Eric Rowan split off a couple of years ago, but that never really went anywhere. And when they split off from Bray Wyatt and then they went their own singles way, they were nothing because without them and Bray Wyatt and everything, it just seemed like it was a bad mix. But we got the next matchup coming from you.
All right, next matchup we have is AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this match. I don't exactly understand why Chris Jericho would be against AJ Styles. I guess kind of like a stepping stone match. But uh, it just, I think both of them are technically sound wrestlers, and we could see a lot of just strange moves, and uh, I'm hoping to see a back and forth, not a hey, I'm actually going to beat you down, and that's pretty much all this match is going to be. Um, I have AJ coming out on top on this. I think I think that they haven't really pushed Chris very much. He's just in all of these strange matches. Like, they never give him a title shot, really.
Mm-hmm.
If he's in a title shot match, which is kind of rare nowadays, he's not going one-on-one, really. It's him versus the main person versus somebody else, or
Yep.
something like that, and he's always the first to get knocked out.
Yep.
He's just kind of a filler character, which I think Chris is a much better wrestler than a filler character. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a fan.
Yep.
That watches things.
Exactly. And for me in this match, I've got AJ Styles as well, but I feel like this is Chris Jericho gets to turn heel, like full heel, and it leads to them ending their feud at WrestleMania because AJ Styles, you don't have enough time to build AJ Styles up with a story with another guy. So I think that Chris Jericho at the end of this match loses and gets so frustrated that he just beats down AJ Styles after the match, and it leads up to them getting their WrestleMania match in Dallas.
By the way, WWE, if any of you watch, you really need to get some better heels in there. More heels, actually. Everybody seems to be like there's the about face that a couple of the characters keep doing. 1 minute they're heel, the next they're baby face, the next they're heel, the
Big
next
Show.
they're face. Big Show is a good example. And then you've got, things like the Wyatts, who, while they work good as a team, they're very repetitive, which is kind of why I want to see them do more one-on-one matches with the different characters. But you need more one-off villains, basically. Like people who just lose it, or who come in and pummel people into the ground, and who aren't on payroll of the authority.
Right.
Payroll. I mean, it's just good help is hard to find these days.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Or not.
Probably not. Probably during this show, when you see this match next, you're going to turn off the WWE Network. Because you don't want to see this guy win. Roman Reigns becomes the number one contender to face Triple H at WrestleMania for the title. Oh, by the way...
What he means is, it's a triple threat match between Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar, but we all know how it turns out.
Yeah.
Because feud and pretty much not building anything else up besides a feud between Roman Reigns and Triple H.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's just in there to look intimidating, and Dean Ambrose
is there to take the fall. That's why that's why they inserted him in there.
What? If by some chance it's Dean or Brock, good on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roman, we like you, but not as much anymore. I'd like to see you turn heel. He'd like to see you turn heel. I'm sure there are a lot of people who would like to see you turn heel. Yeah, you've thrown, the authority, all their offers back in their face and blah, 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 and you've actually won the title before, but I feel like you're a really good beatdown character, and losing this title match, this, contenders match for the title, should push him over the edge. It should push you over the edge. And, you should start just going through the roster, basically. Just anybody who stands in your way to the top gets pushed aside. Whether or not it's a hard-fought battle, or it's just some guy who you have to get through to get there. And that would put a lot of strain on your and Dean Ambrose relationship, which would make a wonderful feud.
Yes. And on my end of it, I feel like, I've got Roman winning. Dean Ambrose is turning heel. I hate saying that.
One of you guys needs to turn heel. Seriously.
Dean Ambrose, I saw a photo from SmackDown, and he did dirty deeds on Reigns, so, he's playing by the book of saying, hey, you're my opponent Sunday. You're not just my friend in that match, you're my opponent. So, it's going to be shocking to see. I feel like there's going to be shenanigans.
Because there are shenanigans all over the place.
Yeah, because there's going to be a guy named Bray Wyatt and his family going to attack Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Roman Reigns.
No.
I'd totally break lots of things if they went for Roman. Like, no, I've seen that feud.
We
quite a
don't
few
like
times.
it. We don't like it.
It was cool at first because, Roman Reigns versus 4 people. Can he do it? Well, we found out he could, and he couldn't. He could, then he won, and then the feud was over, and then they still attack him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that is our predictions and everything. And just remember, guys, leave your comments down below if you are wanting to tag along with us. After the last pay-per-view, Moose and Lionheart are in the lead, while me and Twiggy are one match behind.
It's a close race. But then again, this is only like the
Second show of the year.
second show of the year. We've got a long way to go, fellas.
Yep. And be on the lookout for coming, or in a couple of weeks, me, Moose, me, possibly Moose. I don't know how you'll be around that time. And Lionheart will be doing a podcast after SmackDown taping next month. So keep on lookout for that. And also, if you are wanting to join us this Sunday, we will be at Jack's Tavern in Forest Park, Ohio, as usual. We will be there from usually 7:30 till 11.
And good news, we said it last time, they are showing it on the televisions now. Last time, if any of you were there, you knew that the TV's sound wasn't quite working properly, and they tried to get it fixed. It will be fixed for this time, or at least we were told it would be fixed for this time. It's been a few weeks. There should be enough time to fix it, but it will be up on display. You won't have to bring any devices to watch it on. It'll be up there, ready to go.
Yep.
And it'll be fun.
And also, for people who always ask, are they going to have any specials? They do have a great selection of domestic and imported discounts on those beers and everything. So we are not told to do that by Jax. We just wanted to do it because Dave helped us out by giving us a place to watch pay-per-views again.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, for having the network for over 2 years now, I do like watching pay-per-views at home sometimes. Don't get me wrong. But being there where you're interacting with other people, so much more fun. Or at least having a group of people there with you watching it. It's so much more fun.
It is. You can get kind of loud at home. You can invite a couple of friends over. But watching it at a place like Jack's, with the amount of people, it gets loud and it's energetic, and there's great food, great drinks. The people are awesome, and you feel more like you're actually at the event instead of not.
Right.
And instead of being in a sports bar, they make it feel like you're actually there. So,
Yep. And like I said too, and everything, and you even told them. I think you even told the owner this, or the GM this, that when we were there at Rumble, you were like, don't be discouraged if not everyone stays, or not if everyone's there for the event, because
basically what I was saying was that don't give it one or two events.
especially because Fastlane's probably not going to draw a lot of people in the first place.
But basically, there haven't been any places to watch it in a while, so not a lot of people would realize that there's something out there. So you have to give it a couple of times. let the word of mouth grow, and each time you'll probably get more and more people.
Right.
It's a slow process, but we hope he doesn't get discouraged by, small numbers at first.
Well, just to give people at home, but people who are watching this video that don't live around here, the kind of way it happened when we were first watching pay-per-views there. When we were first watching pay-per-views there, by 10 o'clock, me and Moose were the only two people in that restaurant.
Mm-hmm. We were watching it on a small 7-inch, actually the thing we're recording on right now, small 7-inch tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And each time we went in there, we got asked by both the servers and the people who came just to watch other sporting events or eat, are you watching wrestling? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why? Well, I like wrestling too,
Yeah.
We'd have questions about certain wrestlers or something like that. And there were some people who actually seemed really excited to have it up on the televisions. And eventually, we managed to get the owner to oblige.
And when the Royal Rumble was over, including our friend John, we had a good 10 to 15 people in that restaurant.
Not a lot of people, I know. But to go from 2 to 15, that's quite the jump.
And even, we'll even go back to when we were watching the Arizona Cardinals take on the Bengals, watching it up there after wrestling was done. Me, you, and Nick, and maybe 2 others were the only people in there. And it was a Bengal game. It was a football game. And they didn't have enough people to watch that. And that kind of hurt me because I was like, the place seems like it's more of a hangout spot that serves food more than it is an actual restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's its high point. And that's why we want to keep spreading the word and keep, especially if we grow our audience, always be welcome to invite whoever you want. Because if that place can get business, it's going to improve. The food's going to improve. Their selection of beer is going to improve. Everything that they do will help you guys out. But I think in that word, I think we will be out of here. And just remember, WWE Presents Fastlane will be at 8 o'clock Sunday on the WWE Network, which you can start your free subscription if you are a new subscriber, or it's $9.99 per month if you are already subscribed. And the kickoff show starts at 7:30 with Kalisto and Del Rio for the United States title.
Don't miss it.
No. And also, because I love the cheap plug, and plus I think me and you will be watching it afterwards at my house, Edge and Christian's show that totally reeks of awesomeness debuts on the network after Fastlane. So,
and it's definitely gonna be fun.
Yes.
So,
but until next time, I think we'll, if not Raw or anything, the next time you'll probably hear from me or Moose will probably be after possibly my bowling birthday friend get together. Everything, we might record a podcast just to talk about what's going to happen in the month of March, just for that wrestling show in general. Just so that way we can actually get some content out for the month of March instead of being 1 month only videos.
Yeah. We're going to attempt to
and thank you
start doing some regular programming.
Yeah. Thank you, Spreaker, as well, for allowing me to do a podcast for free instead of having to pay to do one. And everything, to get equipment to do one and everything. I just got an app on my phone to where we can just record. And it might be a little bit easier just because of the length of videos, and you might like to just hear us talk when you're playing a game or something, which I like to do with a lot of podcasts. But until next time, I am the singer.
And I'm Moose.
And we will see you guys later.